Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show. My name is Leon Jones, and tonight I'm going to get into another Kendra G video. Now, this one, I just finished looking at it. It is very hilarious. And I'm going to title this video, Men, Here's Why You Need to Raise Your Standards When Dating. Men, Here's why you need your standards in dating. Now, took a look at a 34-year-old woman from Illinois on the Kendra G show. Now, again, when I do Kendra G videos, I don't even care about Kendra G. I look at her guests that she allows to speak and speak without truth. So, when I got a chance to watch this video, it was a 34-year-old woman from Illinois. I presumed she was from Chicago. And again, I'm not a fan of dating city women or suburban women. For the most part, they're the most delusional. Politically, they're the most liberal, ideologically. And when it comes to standards, their standards are unreasonable because many of them, they don't bring anything to the table but a bunch of drama. And they live in denial and they're very delusional. Now, in this clip, I'm going to show you from the guest that Kendra has on her video why men need standards. Because, see, if you date a woman like this, you're going to want to cut your own throat. So, without any further ado, let me get it on here. First of all, let me do a little bit of sharing here. If I can do it. One moment. We cancel that. Well, let me stop it for one moment here. All right. Let me go back. Share my screen for you one more time. So you're going to see this. 17 USC 107. Section 107, limitations on exclusive rights, known as fair use. Warning, federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. And fair use is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 7. In other words, USC stands for United States Code under Section 107. Limitations on exclusive rights. That is fair use. Now, again, I'm not doing Kendra G videos to talk about Kendra G, but I do have to observe the delusional behaviors that a number of these women on her show carry. Many of them are baby mamas. Many of them are older women who have careers, some educated. But one thing that's in common with all of them is, again, the type of men they're dating and the type of men they want. Many of them have been promiscuous. Now, you have a few that haven't. But as far as making responsible decisions when it comes to picking men, many of them on the Kendra G show don't understand what it is to pair bond with a man. Now, a number of these women, I'm just going to call it out, They'll be good to sleep with, but they will not be good to wed. Why? Because most of them don't respect themselves. And Kendra G is making a lot of money off of having these women on her show because she gets a lot of viewers. No disrespect to her. However, if you're going to have somebody in your life, men, you have to raise your standards. We have to stop being desperate. Stop thinking with our penises. Okay. If you want to have some value, you have to look at yourself. Because a number of these women, they get on her show and they will spill out a whole bunch of BS, and Kendra doesn't check them. Now, I know she's part of the sisterhood. However, if I had a show with a bunch of men on the show and the men were coming at me with a bunch of laboring BS, I'm going to check it right there. Why? Because it's wasting my time. I'm not here for the entertainment. If you're really looking for somebody, you have to know what you want, but you have to be in a position to get it. In other words, you have to qualify to get it. Now, a number of these women will tell you what they want, but they don't qualify to get it. They don't qualify to get it. Why? Because they don't see their own position in life. These are individuals who are not responsible. They'll blame everybody else, but look at themselves. And unfortunately, I see women on her show of all ages. I've even seen some who were in their 60s. You're on a 42, 43-year-old woman's show, and then you're in your 60s. You're looking for a man. That's something wrong with that. And unfortunately, when it comes to a number of ABWs, they don't mature. They really don't. A number of them are still thinking as if they were in high school. They want the man with the money. They want the man with the house. Now, of course, as a man, you should be able to take care of yourself, but it is not your job to supply her with anything. Now, this woman is going to tell you in a video that a man should keep something on the side for her. First of all, and I'm going to tell you this one time, brothers, you're not married to these women, so you don't owe them anything. And if they're giving you good head, they're giving you good pussy, well, that's their choice. When it comes to going to bed, they're adults with that. But when it comes to everyday thinking, many of them have the sense of a vegetable. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. Again, I've already pulled a fair use out there. So I'm going to go ahead and share. And of course, I'm going to put the sound on. And I'm going to let you hear this woman. Again, fair use. Let's go.
How you doing?
Good. You ready, Boo? Turn your light on.
It is on.
Oh, it is on? Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, I don't know, you want me to move closer to it?
No, okay. And then don't keep moving. You got to get steady for me, love.
I am. I was finna go fix the light, but we
okay, go ahead. Go fix the light if you want to.
I think it's okay. I mean,
all right.
I don't want to keep moving.
What's your name, baby?
My name is Ivy.
Ivy, where you calling me from?
I'm calling from Illinois.
Illinois. How old are you?
I'm 34.
34.
Yes.
Ivy, Illinois, 34. What you do for a living?
I actually work from home. I am a social media entertainer.
Social media entertainer. You have any children? Yes,
I actually do. I have a 17-year-old beautiful young lady, and I have a 7-year-old badass little boy. He needed a man in his life.
Same dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, real quick.
My friend used to pay $163 for car insurance.
For the commercial that
now look how much he pays.
with the video.
Most insurance.
I know I said said that one time how I said I don't do the Kendra Cam because I don't be wearing full outfits. I have a lot of times I do have on a full outfit. I know I said that. I have on a full outfit today. I just ain't gonna do the Kendra Cam because I'm not.
Now, going to this young lady, 34 years old, named Ivy. I again presume she is from Chicago. Now, as you see, she's come to the table. Now, I'm not a fan of any piercings, and I've already proven that to you because you can go back there and see what is on my community tab. Now, she doesn't have her hair done. She, in my humble opinion, she's delusional. And I look at her choice when it came to kids. Okay, now 34 years old. So she had her first child when she was 17 years old. And she had her second child when she's 27 years old. Now, I've already seen the videos, so you're going to see it. But she had both children by the same father, but is not with that father. Now, you have to listen to this video carefully so you will understand why I say, men, you need to have standards. The choices that some of these women make when it comes to men, whether they're black, whether they're white, I find it a number of them, particularly the ABW, doesn't want good guys. She wants the guys that give her a thrill. She wants to have the adrenaline. But in the end, that's not going to always work. Fair use. Let's continue.
I'm not gonna show y'all my booty. And my outfit's very tight. So that's why I'm not gonna do the Kendra Cam. But I do have on a full outfit for y'all saying I don't in the comments. Back to you, Ivy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're a social media entertainer. You said 2 different dads?
Yeah. No, same dad.
Same dad. So was y'all ever married?
No.
You never wanted to get married though?
I definitely do. I want the white fence. I want the white gown.
No, I said
Now, here's the delusion coming out. She asked, have you ever been married? Now, I will say this. This is the only sister so far that I've seen on Kendra's show that has had children by the same dad. However, she was never married to the dad. But she's already telling you she wants to get married. She wants the white picket fence. However, when you have children out of wedlock, whether it's by the same father or multiple fathers, your value is decreased unless you meet somebody who has never been married and they've had children out of wedlock. You can have a blended family. But if you're looking for somebody with no children, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to be somebody that is going to be good for smashing and dashing because your priorities are always going to be on your children first because you've already built a bond with your children, whereas the man coming into your life is going to be an outsider. And when it comes to disciplining your children, you're going to have an issue with that. And because you're a mom, for the most part, a lot of moms let their children get away with everything. But that's not this video. What I'm going to show you is why you should keep your standards a little higher than they are, guys, instead of lowering the bar. Because when you lower the bar, you let individuals like this in your life and they get a big ego and they think they're 10s when they're 2. But in the end, when it comes to their mindset, it's still immature. Let's continue.
you want to get married to your child's father. No?
Oh hell no. No.
Why
That
not?
nigga in jail and he needs to stay there. Sorry.
All right, I'm going to stop it again. The father that she had the children by is in jail. He said, she said he can stay there. So why are you laying down with somebody who is going to jail? This is the problem with some of the ABWs out here. And when they become 40, when they become 50, at my age, it's already too late. Many of them now want to toe the line and settle down. However, you've already heard this before, so it's nothing new, but it's got to be rehashed again. They've already ruined their lives during their youthful years. And now they come up with all of the delusions. And the problems with the delusions is they're not even in a position, or they don't even qualify for a man to make any types of demands with, unless they go to the low hanging fruit type of men. Let's continue.
Oh, he's in jail.
Yeah.
When did he go to jail?
He been locked up for about 2 years now.
So do you think a new guy might be worried about that?
Why would he be worried about someone that's in jail?
Is he not getting out of jail?
About 2043. Yeah.
Are you able to share what he did?
Yeah, he beat his bitch up, and that's why we're not together. He was abusive.
So he has 20 years in jail?
Yes. Well, he don't have 20 years for beating the girl. He actually got 20 years because after he went to jail for beating the girl, he beat a man into a coma for 2 weeks. So that's what the 20 years came from.
Now, again, you look at the type of guy she met. Guy that was abusive. Guy that's in jail. Now, if I'm a guy dating her, she said, you don't have to worry about the baby daddy drama. I would worry about the baby daddy drama, even if the guy is not coming from jail. And here's why. Because I'm looking at the types of guys you dated before me. And when it comes to guys, and this is as per Brother Ringo, you basically inherit all of their spirit inside you, all of their energy. And when you have all of those other guys with you in spirit, a number of them ejaculated in you, well, a new guy coming into your life for the most part isn't going to have a chance. Because if something comes up, you may tell him that he's going to remind you of one of those guys that you had before. And you see, here's the problem. When it comes to women like this, she's made a bad choice in men. And shout out to Brother Nate. A number of them choose bad men. And when it comes to black men, because they choose bad men, they now look at all black men as a collective. And in the end, this is why they end up being bitter when they become 40, 50, and even 60 years old, and a number of them are alone. Let's continue.
So he's a non-factor.
He's a non-factor. I have no baby daddy drama. Yeah.
Unless he get out early.
If he get out early, I'm still not gonna have no drama. He actually don't even stay in Illinois. He stays in another state. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the question I would ask for, what state does he stay in? I mean, I live in Indiana. Does he stay in Indiana? Does he stay in Wisconsin? Does he stay in Michigan? Does he stay in Iowa? You have to assess for everything when you're out here dating this modern day woman. Because, again, a number of them don't respect themselves. So when it comes to a squared away man, why would a squared away man want to have anything to do with a baby mama? Again, look at how she looks on camera. Look at her lips. She looks like she's been smoking some weed. Her hair isn't done. So looking at her presentation, would she be one that you want to look at? Because when I come on camera, I make sure I look presentable. Whether I have a t-shirt on or a collared shirt, I make sure I'm groomed. I also make sure I speak well, because I want individuals to take me seriously. Who's going to take this woman seriously? Let's continue.
Okay. Ivy, what's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn, baby.
And before I continue, she happens to be a Capricorn, and you want to know what? makes me look bad because I'm a Capricorn, January 2nd. And most Capricorns were very analytical people or orderly people. And this is a Capricorn. You look at how she's acting right now. She's acting immature, throwing her hands up in the air like she just doesn't care, like she's been to the club. Let's continue.
Capricorn. All right, so Ivy, Illinois, 34, is a Capricorn, a social media entertainer, 2 children, 17 and 7, by the same man. He's not a factor because he's currently in jail for at least 20 years.
Yeah.
So what kind of man you looking for, boo?
This is the best part. Well, I am not, picky when it comes to looks. Just as long as you don't look like you will eat all of my food up within a week and it's supposed to be left for a month. Like, don't be fat and don't be greedy. I don't like that. But, I'm really down to earth. I really, I like a tall guy. I'm 5'7", so about 5'9" and up would be lit.
Now, she just said she wasn't picky, but she wants a guy 5'9" and up because she's 5'7". And she said she doesn't want a guy who's fat, doesn't want to look like he eats everything. But she just said she wasn't picky. There's the hypocrisy. Let's continue.
I love a guy with like a little body tone, but if not, like I said, I'm not picky. Just don't be fat. I like a man with his stuff together. I want to.
I like a man, but not fat. Is that not being picky? She said she's not picky. Again, you got to heed to the hypocrisy, the delusion here. Let's continue.
Build with someone. I want to fruit with someone. Somebody with some of the same interests. I want a restaurant. I want to open up a restaurant. So hopefully he can cook. Hopefully he have a big penis. I don't want no little short, stubby dick man. Sorry, I have to feel it. I like it. And it can have a curve. Also,
Wait. You said it can't have a curve?
It can. I like curves too. I like when they go around the corner. Been a block a couple times. Yeah.
So you can already tell this woman isn't there. She wants a penis with a curve in it. And for the most part, when you got a curved penis, it's like a disease. You need to look that up. Curved penis is not very good. She's talking about opening up a restaurant when she doesn't have a pot to piss in and a back door to throw it out in. Now she claims that she works in entertainment for a remote or at a home job. So being that she works in some type of entertainment, I wish Kendra asked her, well, what do you do in the entertainment industry? Work from home. She doesn't ask the specific questions. So what happens is these women are allowed to take everything to left field and they overpraise themselves. Because in the end, you look at this woman, a restaurant, and she wants a man to be able to cook. Well, what about you? Can you cook? Because in the long run, in order to open up a restaurant, you're going to have to understand the restaurant business. In fact, 3 out of 4 restaurants fail. And she doesn't look smart enough to own a restaurant because she can't even pick a proper guy. Let's continue.
Sorry. Just saying.
Ivy, give me a ball.
Just saying.
So if it's just straight, that wouldn't work for you?
No, it's cool if it's straight, but the curve seems to be better. But if it's straight, it's cool. Just be circumcised. I don't want no lint balls in my coochie. Like, I would love it to be circumcised, please.
Okay, continue. Ivy, go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead, Ivy.
We got the penis out the way. Be a little big down there, please. And also, please don't have no stanky feet issues, because I ain't gonna lie to you, a hardworking man always has some stanky ass feet, and I don't like it. Yeah. So yeah, just keep your self hygiene up. I like to go out. So if you're a guy that is, and also the age frame 35 to 40. Because anything after 40, I think you got gray hairs and your dick probably won't get hard no more.
Now, she already made an assumption that anybody that's after 40 years old, the penis can't get hard. You got gray hairs. Heck, I've seen people in their 30s with gray hairs and they can't get it up. That's all a myth. And here's another, again, she is very delusional because she is, for the most part, again, she's looking at the penis size. Of course, most of us men are circumcised. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know men very well because apparently She's been around the cock carousel many times. But again, Kendra doesn't have enough gumption to check this woman. And this woman is allowed to run amok. Now, Kendra is enamored with this woman. You've got to ask women like this questions to see if they qualify to get what they're really asking for. And from the behaviors that I'm looking at, delusion is the number one behavior, and she talks way too much, doesn't speak very well, and sounds like she's a ghetto chick. She doesn't prepare herself very well to be on camera, so why would a man take her serious? Let's continue.
I don't know. But so age frame is 35 to 40. Also, you know, I like to go out, to eat. I still like flowers, you know, I like little cards. I like, cause today is Wednesday, you're beautiful. I like that shit. None of them niggas, I mean, no men is like that out here in Illinois. So yeah, I'm very well open to long distance relationship as well. Cause I'm trying to move out of Illinois. So you know, I'm down for whatever. I like to party. I do drink, I don't smoke.
So this woman likes to party. She's got 2 kids. She says she doesn't smoke, but I don't believe that. I believe she smokes some blunts or two. She says she likes to drink. First of all, if this woman gets so tipsy, she's going to be vulnerable. And what's going to happen? She's going to lose control of herself and find herself in a wrong predicament. Now, she's talking about moving out of state. You have 2 kids. Where are your kids while you're going out clubbing? Are you keeping them at home by themselves? Are you sending them to your mother's house? And you have money. You like to go out to eat. Can you cook? Is your house clean? Because from what I'm getting here, I'm getting a woman who is all over the place. She talks so much, she doesn't even know what she's saying. And as a man, this is why you got to get your standards up. Because if you accept a person like this, they're going to destroy your life. If you don't believe me, I'm going to continue. Because one thing that comes out of the ABW's mouth, first thing that they're going to run to is the sex. So that tells you that most of them don't have anything to offer but sex. And in the long run, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, she'll only be good to have sex with for about 3 months, and then you're ready to pull somebody else into the mix because you're not going to enjoy her after all. Why? Because she doesn't have any real goals. She says she does, but she doesn't have the position right now to meet those goals. And she is looking to get married, but anybody who marries her is going to be a stepdad. So what man is going to apply for a stepdad? I'm talking about what man with something going for himself. Because in the end, the type of man that she attracts herself to are the bottom of the barrel. Why? Because she's at the bottom of the barrel. If you don't believe me, let's continue.
So I don't care if he smokes or drinks. Just don't be an alcoholic drunk. Like, I don't want no fucking person drunk and always arguing. Like, I don't like a narcissistic, argumentative, toxic guy. After that, you have to.
Excuse me for the commercial. Now she talks about narcissistic. She doesn't even know what the word narcissistic means. For the most part, when we deal with narcissism, that's a mental health issue or behavioral issue. And the problem with a number of these women, they hear a word and they all run with it without it being used in a proper context. Again, she's asking for a lot, but just think of what she just said. She doesn't mind if a man smokes or drinks, but she doesn't want an alcoholic. Well, again, that's because she drinks. Again, you are what you attract. She's not going to meet a man that has anything going for himself. And this is why, brothers, you need to raise your standards so you don't run to women like this. And I wouldn't even smash and dash her because you don't know how many people she's been around. Because she doesn't understand men, she doesn't respect herself, and she's really looking for a good time at 34 years old. She's not settled, she's not ready. She doesn't know how to pair bond. She's a mother, a baby mama. And she says she has a daughter and a son. What are you doing with your kids? Because in the long run, any man who would have anything to do with you would be crazy. And this goes back to my other video. Don't date cray cray. That video is still up. You have to watch it. But this woman, she's cray cray. And I'm going to prove it to you. Let's continue.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Does he have to look a certain way? We got the people.
I mean, because I know I look a mess right now. I just didn't think I was gonna get picked because I've been trying to get here for a very long time. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You inspire me because, like I said, I'm a social media entertainer, and I'm like, damn, I love what she's doing. So I'm like, I am looking for love. I actually do my own show, not on Facebook. I'm not promoting, but I do my own show for the Love Ivy on my platforms that I go live on. So I'm literally really looking for love. But what was the question?
Does he have to look a certain way?
Oh yeah, so with the face, yes, I'm not picky, but please don't look like the dude from White Chicks, the guy with.
She says she's not picky, but she's now talking about the guy's face. She's a social media entertainer. And here's the problem I have with social media. It's taking women like this and giving them the illusion that they're stars. She's not a star. And a number of them claim that they're entrepreneurs when they really aren't entrepreneurs. They're basically using somebody else's platform to make money. Now, do some of them have businesses? Yes, they do. But anybody who affiliates themselves with social media, if you don't have your own platform, then you're not an internet star. You're just using somebody else's platform to make money, like super chats out here. And before I go on, if you send out cash apps, okay, people I send cash apps to, make sure you acknowledge your cash apps. And that's for everybody out there. If somebody sends you a cash app, acknowledge it immediately because there are a number of individuals who have their monies linked to their bank. And money is tight. And when it comes to donating, don't mind supporting people's channels, but be courteous enough to pick up your cash apps and acknowledge that you have received. Well, acknowledge, send a thumbs up telling the person who sent you the cash app that they've received it. Because again, we want to donate to you if you have good material. But some of us work very hard for our money. And again, money is tight. Let's continue.
That big forehead, and he actually, you know who I'm talking about, the guy that balls got pinched by Cat Williams in Friday. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I don't know his name. I don't want you to look like that, whoever he is. He played in Friday, and he got his balls by the Twizzler, jiggling on your balls. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That guy, the big, tall, black, ugly guy. He played in White Chicks as well. I don't know his name, but he's very ugly. I don't want no man to look like that. I want you to have a soft face. Like I don't care if you light skin or dark skin, but just don't be very ugly. Like look like a turtle in the face. Like please, no missing teeth.
Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I don't care, just as long as you can afford to buy me some food when I'm hungry. I like.
Okay, afford to buy her some food when you're hungry. Well, you're a social media entertainment. Don't you have enough money to buy yourself some food and feed your kids? You have to remember, you're not married to the guy. So the guy doesn't owe you anything. So if you're hungry, it is your job to get something to eat. I would never tell a woman, hey, baby, I'm hungry. Can you buy me some food? I would feel ashamed to do that because I have more respect for myself than that. I'm a grown adult. It is my job to take care of myself. What happened to the words, I'm strong and independent? You're weak independent. And you probably spent the last of your EBT money on something that you didn't need. Or you didn't manage your money right because you probably owed some of your partners some money. I don't know. But it's not a man's job to buy you any food, especially when you're dating. You're only dating. You're not his girl yet. You're dating. You have to remember, you're dating. You're not serious yet. So, this is why, guys, you got to have standards because this woman is she's way off in left field and very delusional and immature. Let's continue.
To eat. So if I tell you I'm hungry and you don't have no money, that's a deal breaker. But and if I need a little help, I don't want to be dating or having sex with somebody. I got some good sex. Like I got niggas busting out windows like years ago. I've been single for 2 years. It's
Now again, this woman goes back to sex, men busting out windows because the sex was good. Well, first of all, you decided to have sex with that guy. It's not his job to bring you money. And you're talking about broke, you're probably broke yourself. Because if you weren't broke, you wouldn't be asking him for anything. And just because you're giving a man sex, he doesn't owe you anything. And the problem with a number of you women out there, particularly you ABWs out there, is you want a man to trick for you. You're at the bottom of the barrel. Why should a man do anything for you? And how are you qualified to be with a good man? When I don't hear you talking about what you have to give him, except for sex. Let's continue.
It's just like I just don't want no broke ass nigga that I can't call for someone. Fucking you, give you all this good sex, all of this good loving, and you can't buy me nothing? Like nothing? Like, yeah. So it don't matter. Just have some extra change.
Okay.
So you want him to be a trick. It's because you're enjoying the sex just like he's enjoying the sex. What are you giving him? So you're making it all about you. That's selfishness right there. And again, guys, this is what happens when you're desperate and you date females like this. They think they're on the internet, making a lot of money, and in the long run, they're broke. Look at this woman. She's not even fixed up properly to be on camera. But Kendra G is loving it. She never checks any of these females. And that's a problem herself. But you look at how Kendra G looks compared to her. But Kendra G has no man either, no kids either. She's just as delusional as these females are. And she's 42 years old. Because I remember she talks about a guy's penis. And this is the funny thing with some of these sisters. Whenever something doesn't go their way, they love to try to talk about a man's penis. The bottom line, you weren't saying anything when he was dipping that wick in that wax while you were moaning and groaning. And then when you get mad at him, now you say he has a little penis. You all are delusional, immature, hypocritical. You live off of deception. You don't live in the real world. And this woman is going to show you more why she doesn't live in the real world. Says, I don't want a broke man, but you broke. I can tell you broke. You're not showing your house, but if your house is dirty, if your car is dirty, if you have nothing in your refrigerator, you're broke. Let's continue.
Let's do the Kendra Cam. That's when we see your full body.
Oh my God, I have no butt. But hold up. This is okay. Okay, hold up.
What?
Hold
We
up.
can't see your full body.
Hold up. I'm trying to get it.
Okay, are you gonna stand up on something? Don't fall, girl. Don't. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
This woman just crashed and burned. And you hear some voices in the back. Is that her kids? This woman just crashed and burned. Let's check this out again.
Are you gonna stand up on something? Don't fall, girl. Don't. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Let's see it one more time. This is funny.
Okay, are you gonna stand up on something? Don't fall, girl. Don't. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Crash and burn. You see, she's probably been drinking and then look in the background. Oh, there's her son in the background.
Meet the new Sleep Number Climate 360 smart bed that actively cools, warms, and responds to you. Shop now at sleepnumber.com.
It's nice to unwind after a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Isn't that true? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's my son. Say hey, sister.
Hey. You on Facebook?
Yeah.
Again,
Sorry.
look at her. She got up, she busted her ass.
And that's another thing. I'm a little clumsy.
Look, who wants somebody who looks clumsy, who is clumsy?
Are you okay?
No, I'm glad she
Yeah, I'm a team player, man. For real,
end,
any guy out there,
climbing out on the,
I will fight niggas too. So if you beefing with anybody, you gotta ride or die. I love men. I love them. I'm just tired of being single. I never been a hoe. I never sold my pussy. Never had no problems with STDs, no body functions, like odors. I give good head. I deep throat, cock 3000. So, yeah.
You hear what she says? Number one, she's got a dirty mouth on her. She says she gets good head. So she's already telling you about herself right there. She couldn't stand up properly in the chair, so she fell down. But guys, this is the type of woman you get when you're desperate and you don't vet her and your standards are low. That's why I'm showing you this. Let's continue. Fair use.
Okay, so all right, so let's yeah. Ivy, when was your last relationship?
It was 2 years ago, actually.
Okay, you don't gotta answer this question, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
About 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Okay. Ivy, why do you think you're single?
Well,
let me stop it right there again. She was intimate with somebody 2 months ago. Why didn't Kendra ask her, what's wrong with that guy you were intimate with? She usually asks that question, but she didn't ask that question. And this woman claims that she's not a hoe. This woman claims that she's not dirty. How do we know that? Again, a number of these women are delusional. And they're proud to be delusional. This woman has a foul mouth. She's not feminine at all. I mean, to me, she's straight up good. Again, who's going to take her seriously? Now, again, I'm not criticizing where she's coming from. I'm criticizing the behavior. It's immature, obnoxious, it's ghetto. That's a turnoff for guys who have something going for themselves. But then again, she doesn't want a guy going that's actually doing well for himself because she can't control him. She can't demand anything out of him. The guy that has something going for himself has too many options, and she would not be on his radar. If you don't believe me, let's continue. Fair use.
every relationship I've been in, I could count on one hand. I've been in 5 relationships because it's always been like years. I'm a lover. I love to cook. Love to take care of my man. So Only thing is, one of the guys I broke up with because he was abusive. That was my baby father. The other guy cheated. And I broke up with him. We was together for like 5-6 years. He just could not stop fucking cheating. I don't understand it. Nigga, I suck your dick from the fucking back. Okay, anyway, so the third guy, he did crack. And I
Are
found
these
out
true stories? You're being honest?
I swear to God, I swear to God, like right hand up to God, I'm not fucking lying. I mean, not trying to curse. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And the third guy, he was on crack. Like seriously, like he is real bad in Illinois. And I ended up finding out he was doing crack after being with him for 6 years. And I used to wonder why my $20 was missing and stuff like that. And seriously, like he was stealing my money to go buy crack. And I swear to God, I'm not joking. And the fourth guy, he was a cheater and he put his hands on me for the first time. And I was in a abusive relationship before, so that was a no-go for me. And like the fifth and sixth guy, they just like one of them was boring. Like we barely had sex. He always got drunk and came home and went to sleep. Very lazy. And I just got tired of it, so I ended up leaving before I cheat because I don't cheat. And the last guy, he was just lazy as well, and I ended up finding out that he was cheating too.
So you're asking for love and you're meeting losers. A lazy guy who cheated, a guy that was drunk who cheated, a guy that did drugs, an abuser, a liar. So you think a well-behaved man is going to treat you any better than what those guys treated you? No, because first of all, two options are going to happen. He's got two choices. He'll either deal with you or he won't deal with you. And in my humble opinion, from my humble opinion, he shouldn't deal with you because you're very chaotic. You're not qualified to be with a man right now. You should be single. You got two children. Who's going to be around somebody who's a baby's mama? A 7-year-old and a 17-year-old. And also, what kind of environment or example are you setting for your children? And you're telling guys you suck mean penis from the back. So you're already turning the guys off on her panel, and you're definitely turning me off because your personality. It's not of a lady. You sound like a whore. Although you said you had 5 guys in your life. You've had 5, if it's 5 guys, you've had 5 bad guys. So what's going to happen is you're going to constantly date bad guys because you are what you attract. Fair use. Let's continue.
Most of my relationships is because the guys can't be faithful.
Okay. So why would a guy be lucky to be with you other than you can help him in a fist fight and you give good head?
Because I'm actually...
You can help him in a fist fight and you give good head. Now, first of all, a feminine woman doesn't have to raise her fists. And when it comes to what you have to give a guy, seems to me, you got a lot of mouth and all you have is a body. And you've laid down with a number of these men, you gave your body to them, and now you're looking for a man who's righteous. But I'm going to tell you something. A man that has something going for himself isn't going to date me. I'm not going to say a real man. I don't like to use that term, real man. I'm going to say a man who lives in the real world. He's going to look at better options than a baby mama who gives good head, from what you said, who is going to help a man in a fist fight. You out your mind. You are out of your mind. You think you're going to take on a man? This is that delusion that some of these women have, especially a number of the ABWs. Again, guys, this is why you have to raise your standards, because you'll end up with a hooligan like this. Let's continue.
a hard worker. I love to
Fair
work. I
use.
love money. So I'm not a gold digger. I'm looking for actual love. Like I'm not looking for nobody to just have sex with or to use it for money. I want somebody I can build with. I'm a giver. I'm a lover. I'm a pleaser. And I think that's why a lot of my relationships don't work out, because I'm too focused on trying to please them and not thinking about what am I looking for, what can be pleased, what can you do to please me? And then by the time I realize that if you're not the right one for me, it's too late because I'm too busy trying to make the guy happy. So yeah, you got a lover, a fighter, you got a sex in the bed, and a motherfucker hawk in the streets. Like, and I know how to cut it off. Like I'm not ghetto. I'm funny, you know, I keep you laughing. Yeah, I'm a go-getter. What's up?
You say you're not ghetto?
I'm not.
What's your definition?
This woman is lying. She is ghetto. And you know, what's all this clapping that they do? It's like you're popping bubble gum. That's ghetto. And you notice she's been laughing all through this video. She's not serious about a man. She's not. She's going to be another man's flame. I'm telling you. She can't deal with a relationship because she's not relationship material. She's exactly what she is, bed material, bed wench. But again, there's going to be some simp that's going to call her a queen. And if he does, he deserves everything he gets, because this type of woman is not appealing to a man of stature. She's not feminine. She's not even an adult, in my opinion, in the mind. Now, again, she could have come from a dysfunctional family. See, Kendra never asked her these questions. Was she molested? Was she raped by some family member? I mean, if you think about it, she says the guys aren't faithful. Well, why aren't the guys faithful? And what are you doing with guys who aren't faithful? You're going out with the same type of guys over and over and over again. Why? Because you are what you attract. You've already exposed yourself, and guys are going to see that. And guys are not going to want you for a woman. They're not even going to take you seriously. So in the end, I suggest you get some help, because you're delusional and you're lying to yourself and you're cheating yourself. You can't make all those demands when other guys have given you themselves, and when you have those guys inside you, how's another guy going to compete with that? He's going to have to pay for what those other guys did to you, and you're always going to have a wall up. You won't get anywhere. So my best thing is get your battery operated boyfriend, and don't worry about dating, because you're going to be on her show next week or next month telling her about all the bad guys you met. Maybe you stop being a bad girl and get some help and grow up a little bit and be serious, because you've had that same smile on during this 16-minute video. But fair use, let's continue.
Of ghetto.
Okay. Like loud, and wretched. Like, you know, just when you go out in public, like it's a time and a place. You going out in public, bitch, fuck you.
Well, this woman is ratchet and she sounds loud. I guarantee she is. She's not trying to show that on Kendra's show, but I guarantee she's one of the women that she's talking about. Kendra asked her to define ghetto. She's already shown an example of what ghetto is, because she is ghetto. Fair use, let's continue.
You talking about, you stupid bitch? I don't like you, bitch, and fuck you and your mama, bitch. Like that. I'm not like that in person.
Okay.
You know,
okay. Okay. All right, so this is Ivy in Illinois. She'll date 35 to 40. She's 34, a Capricorn. Do you want more kids?
I mean, no, sorry. No
No.
more.
The guy can't have kids though, right?
He can have kids. Just I hope they not baby's kids, and I hope your baby mama in their life, like, and that when we get a breakaway with kids, it's like breakaway with kids, like not just my kids going, your kids going too. Because like kids and me, we cool.
When you come in for your performance health assessment, we're going to take a very detailed look.
But my son, like, he just really fucked it up for a lot of kids. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I enjoyed you, Ivy. I
I
really
love you,
did.
Kendra. I love your show. Keep doing you. You are my inspiration. I actually want to come out with a show and be as successful as you. I'm working my way up, and I hope I'll be having my man from your show by my side.
I hope so too. So let's do it.
So how do we find these people? Like,
well, we're about to do it right now. Give me your Facebook page, and if a guy is interested, he's gonna reach out to you via Facebook.
Okay, cool.
So
give you my Facebook right now?
Yes.
It's Ivy Johnson. Can I give you my IG too?
You can do both. Yes, you can.
I like IG better, so y'all can inbox me on IG. It's better because a lot of weirdos on Facebook sometimes. It's MZIVYQUEEN.
What is the word? Look it up while we're on the phone.
Now you also have to look at some of these individuals. She calls herself Ivy Queen. Anytime a woman calls herself a queen, that's ghetto. You look at the screen names. If they have some diamond, a double diamond or double D, don't even look at that either. Because you cannot take a person like this very seriously. That's why I don't even take Kendra seriously. Because in the long run, she's making clout off these women. And these women are just exposing themselves. And in the end, when it comes to dating, yeah, there'll be a guy that's going to smash her. They're not going to be a guy that's going to be seriously involved with her because she's not serious. Again, look at how she's speaking. She's not feminine. She talks, I'm not going to say she's loud, but she's a little obnoxious. She's delusional. She's immature. In the background, I hear her kids or her child in the background. Or it could be the television. She hasn't taken care of the background noise. And one thing that is a bother to a number of men is, let's say you have a smoke alarm and it keeps beeping. That's annoying. She can't change the battery. And then if she has kids in the background, she can't deal with that situation while she's trying to find a man. And see, when you are in her predicament, you have to be much, much better than the one who has no children. Now, I'm not saying the one with no children is better because she could have slept around, but from where she's coming from, because the one with no children could have also come from bad men that she decided to go out with as well. But when you have somebody else's children, men today aren't interested in becoming stepdaddies. They're not. So if she's going to be involved in a relationship, she's going to have to grow up. She's not together and she's going to have to seek help because mentally, I think I don't want to say brain dead, but I think she's very, very delusional. She's been hurt a lot. And she needs to understand herself, get herself together, and understand men. And she has children. She wouldn't want her son going out with bad women. And she has a daughter who's 17 years old. And if she's displaying this type of behavior while she has a daughter, where do you think her daughter's going to get the behavior from? Her. If you don't believe me, this is what happens when a number of children are brought up from one parent households, particularly when a woman still likes to party likes to drink, likes to smoke. She says she doesn't smoke, but she still likes to drink. She likes to go out. Well, when you're a mother, you should behave a little differently. You should be a little more mature. But apparently, she doesn't care. And my question is, she wants everything to happen. What are you going to do with your children? What do you do with your children when you go out? Those are questions that Kendra is not asking her. What kind of job do you do as a social media entertainer? What is that? She doesn't ask her that. So she lets her slide on with her being impressed by what she's saying. This woman could be lying. But Kendra allows it to flow. Let's continue. Fair use.
Yes, Miss Ivy Queen. Period.
Hold
Make
on.
sure y'all, men, inbox me. Because
Wait, so wait, spell it again.
MZ
MZ
IVY.
IVY. Miss
Yes.
Ivy. Queen.
QU.
Oh,
Yes, Miss Ivy Queen.
is it Queen? Miss Ivy, this you?
Yes, ma'am.
Why you not following me on Instagram?
No, because I didn't know you go live over there. I'm over here with it. I swear to God, I'm always over here. I'm gonna follow you right now. I'm gonna follow you right now.
So wait, I'm trying to get
follow
it so they can see clear.
Yep. I'm definitely gonna follow you right now because I love you. I just found out about you. Somebody shared you to me because they know I was looking for love. So after that, I just been watching and watching. I'm like, damn. And then you're funny. You're amazing. Are you single?
You're asking her if she's single. Of course she's single. She doesn't have any kids. She froze her eggs. Of course she is. But I will say about Kendra G, she doesn't look rough like you do. Yes, she may wear that wig and that weave, but at least she gets on camera and she's a little more professional. I'm not saying she's smart, but she's a little more professional than you, who's gotten on camera and you haven't done anything with yourself. So again, why would a man take you seriously? Because the only serious thing that you have for a man is when he and you go horizontal in that bed. Fair use. Let's continue. That's just the way it is because that's what you want to be. Because again, you're not made for a relationship. Period. Fair use. Let's continue.
We're
No,
done.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm like, girl, you should be married so well, girl. God damn, you're so funny and cute. But I love you. I appreciate you. And I will be back. If I find anyone, I will be back and give you all of the details.
Yes.
We
Your
do love this,
Instagram page is
Or you may be back and give her the bad details of you being dumped by a man because he smashed and dashed you because you're not serious about a man. Again, all you've done is laugh all through the video. You haven't really impressed any men out here, any men who have any type of means. But again, I'm showing you guys, when you get desperate and you don't have any standards, you'll end up with somebody like this. You don't believe me? She's already telling you what kind of woman she is by her cursing, by what she does in bed, by her hypocrisy saying, well, I'm not picky, but I want a man with all his teeth. I want a man who's tall. I want a man who's not broke. Right there, I just gave you 3 examples of her hypocrisy. If you're looking for somebody, you got to be specific and realistic. This woman is not realistic because she's not up to standards. She's got a lot of growing to do, and she's 34 years old, and she talks about, I don't want a broke man. She's broke. Don't let a social media entertainer fool you. That's what she says she does. She's broke because if she says a man needs to have a little extra to spend on her, well, you're not his lady yet. You only do that for your lady. And this is what I'm talking about dating, guys. When you go out, I'm not an expert. Everybody has their own experiences, but from my humble opinion, if she's your lady and she's reciprocating, then it's different. But if she's doing all the asking and you're doing all the giving, you have a one-sided relationship. And what's going to happen? You're going to end up cheating. Why? Because you're not getting fulfilled as a man by this type of woman. Fair use. Let's continue.
MZIVYQUEEN. MZIVYQUEEN. I will say this. I didn't answer the. I know people ask me that all the time, and I know I get new people every day to the show. But to answer that question that people are always asking, I was once in a relationship, very public on my show. When it ended, I really hated that there were so many questions people had. So I decided moving forward, I was not going to share my dating anymore because I'm a public figure and y'all be all in their business, and I don't like that. So,
and I ain't gonna lie to you.
I will say I am not lonely. That's how
I'm gonna say that too. I'm gonna say that, and we can finish with that.
Well, she says she's not lonely. She have a battery operated boyfriend, or does she have a guy that comes around and services her every once in a while? Kendra's not looking for a man. She doesn't have a man. But she can tell us all she wants. Corey Holcomb, shout out to him. He already asked her that question on WGCI radio. And I know about WGCI radio because I lived in the Chicago area, and she was on with Leon Roberts, and I don't know, Zach is his name. Leon Roberts is the best guy, but again, Chicago radio with her on it, she looked a little different on Chicago radio, but she didn't want to answer the question about her not having a man. So she doesn't know about having a man. And the guy did propose to Kendra. We all know that, whether she's a public figure or not. And this woman right below, she thinks she's going to be another Kendra G. She's got another thing coming because she's in her own delusional world. She's not serious. And let's just take it home. Fair use.
That, like, by me being social media entertainer, I got 100,000 followers on the other platform I go live on. I don't want nobody to know about that because if my future husband is here, you can't see where I go live because, yeah, I do crazy shit over there.
Are you on OnlyFans?
No, I want to though, but I don't know if my new husband would like that. So I want to wait about 2 more years. If I'm still single, then fuck it. But I literally, one of my relationships was ruined due to social media too. So I definitely agree with that.
Well, she's a social media entertainer. You're never going to get a man if you're constantly on social media because you're constantly on social media all the time while you should be spending time with your man. And therefore, with you being on social media, how do you spend time with your children? That's the bottom line. What do you do with your children? Again, those are questions that Kendra never asked. This is why I say men, you need to get your standards up if you want to have a decent woman in your life. Don't date women like Ivy. Fair use. Let's continue.
No shade.
Okay. But yeah, so that's that. But with that being said, you were a joy, Ivy. Keep me posted.
Thank you. Love you, Kendra. I'm gonna follow you on IG. Period.
I will go on Instagram actually in a second. So Kendra G Media.
Oh, okay, cool. Kendra G Media. Okay.
Yes. All right. Bye, baby. Okay, let's keep going. Child. Ooh, child. Let's see.
Just bear with me. Hold on one moment here, folks. All right. Like I said, this woman up here, and that was might have to get a clip of that too. That looked like brother Phil advised on the Philip Scott show. He was coming up next. Again, let me wrap this up. Guys, get your standards up. What I just showed you was a woman who was all over the place. She lived in a world of deception. Kendra did not say anything to her when it came to asking her questions. Now, I guess maybe Kendra doesn't want to do that. That's the guy. But you guys, you be careful when you hit this woman up. Anybody who calls himself a queen or Diamond D's or any of those screen names, I'd really watch out for that. Why? Because they could be selling you some sex. And if you're looking for a relationship, shouldn't be the only thing a woman has to offer you. And the question that you need to ask a woman is, what makes you qualified to date me? You know, why are you here? And then looking at your past, you let 5 guys have their way with you, but you expect me to toe the line. They got you for free, but you want me to pay. You have to ask women these questions because if you don't, you'll end up getting used. So in the long run, I'm just going to say this. I'm not a dating coach, but I have lived life. And I know from experience on these dating sites, a number of women can tell you anything. Yeah, I know a number of men can tell you anything as well. But looking at Kendra G, it's almost like a dating site. Ask the pertinent questions. And if you don't see a fit, let it go. I don't care how good she looks. And guys, we have to stop looking at the looks. I don't care. She can say I give good head and I got good pussy or whatever. She has bringing up from the bed. She can say all that, but you haven't gotten any of it. So it's much easier for them to tell you something to get you to believe them because they're overpraising themselves. But in the long run, you have to value yourself, brothers. Because if you don't value yourself, you're not going to be taken seriously. Now, this female named Ivy, never going to take her seriously because she's not serious about a relationship. She can talk about it all she wants. She's going to end up getting dumped by the next guy because of her lifestyle. See, mature people prioritize what's important in their lives. Individuals who are still running around like juveniles, they don't have any priorities. They'll tell you, but you have to not look at what they say, you have to look at what they do. And in the long run, as a man, very important that you have standards and don't be shamed into interacting with somebody or browbeaten by anybody who doesn't meet your qualifications because she'll tell you in a heartbeat that you don't meet her qualifications. Men, particularly black men, we've let this go on for too long. We've allowed it. It's time to put a stop to it. Because as a man, if you are in a position where you have options, utilize those options. Now, I'm not saying go out here and be a gigolo. But if you're looking for that person that's going to be your helpmate, make sure that you see that she's qualified to be with you. And the only way you're going to find that out is her actions. Because in the end, if you don't vet her, you're going to become very irritated or annoyed because she wasted your valuable time. And when it comes to time, time is something that you never get back. And that's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube. If you like what I just presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for some educational content, check out the QCIS channel. On that channel, I give you a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. Now, If you cannot find the 411 Talk Zone radio show or the QCIS channel on YouTube, you can check both of those channels out on Twitter. Now, when it comes to the QCIS channel, I take it one step further. Since the QCIS channel is a professional channel, I also put that channel up on my LinkedIn page. So go check out the QCIS channel right there, because when it comes to the QCIS channel, what you get on that channel is on the QCIS channel, you get a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. And please get the likes up. Again, I'm going to leave you with this. Be blessed for what you have. Don't worry about what you don't have. Always know that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And of course, when it comes to my content, it could be you, it may not be you. But if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if the shoe fits, wear it. If you don't like the shoe, change it. And once again, thank you for listening to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. But you all have a wonderful and gracious evening. God bless you. I'm out.